saw on your website, it said it would only grow around 4 feet tall.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, give me, I mean, I guess I can't even imagine where I put it, but I found it intriguing. So, are they like any of the other vines and what they would need? Do they need to be full sun?
A few hours of sun a day would be good. Lonicera, as a genus, tends to tolerate some lower light levels. Again, the lower the level, the fewer flowers, but they'll still flower for you in like a all-day partial sun or a few hours of direct sunlight.
4 foot, will they be a vine or will they be more of a clumper?
Well, the effect is more like a scrambly shrub for these shorter ones, but they are technically still vines. You're probably talking about a Dutch honeysuckle.
Well, you had a really pretty one with red and white little blooms that was the one that caught my eye.
That's Serafina Florida, yeah. It's the most compact one. It can still get a good bit bigger than 4 feet if you let it, but it tends to be very compact. And it's fragrant, and it's not invasive.
And you would still put it on a trellis or a vine?
You can. I actually don't have too many trellises. I grow into viburnums, hydrangeas, right up into an eastern red cedar. I do have some trellises and some wires because I'm doing it as examples for for photography for the website as much as anything. But I like growing them into shrubs.
So do you ever have a problem with the shrub? And you commented a few minutes ago about there being too much shade in the tree for the shrub for it to bloom.
The question was, is it too shady if you're co-planting into a shrub or tree? And typically what will happen is, if you plant it right, if you plan for the mature sizes to be coordinated with each other, for example, growing in a forsythia, okay, you've got that spring yellow bloom, then you've got nothing for the rest of the year. Grow something like Clematis viorna into that. It's going to grow up for a while and then bloom, so it's going to bloom on the outside of the forsythia. If you've got something that's trapped deep in the canopy of a pine tree that matures up to 14 feet and there's no way it's going to get out to the sunlight and it won't bloom in shade, yeah, you're going to have a foliage plant at that point. Yeah.
Can we plant it in a 9-bark?
Phytocarpus? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've seen Clematis Blue Boy grown beautifully in there. The coloration was really nice. Yeah. 9-bark, Phytocarpus, yeah.
So back to the forsythia, then do you need to trim that down pretty well so that your forsythia doesn't match to?
Yeah, what you typically would do with the ones the Clematis that bloom later, pretty much all of the Viorna group, you trim those back annually anyway. They tend to die back a fair amount. Many of them die back a fair amount anyway. All right, everybody knows everything about vines. Okay, I have a couple of quick questions. Hang on. If you notice, in the lecture, I put numbers in the first lecture, and I put the names written out in the second lecture. I'm going to ask you, well, other than the fact that I needed to put them all at the top, because the venue and the height of the screen and all that, I'm going to ask you for your preference, no identification, a number, or a name. Okay, how many prefer no identification? All right, how many prefer the number? Okay. How many prefer the name?
Put both.
Okay.
Yeah, but no.
Name wins. All right. At the top. I had put them at the bottom because a lot of the composition of the photos, the name across the top didn't look as good. It kind of ruined the effect. It kind of took away. Right, well, yeah, that's what I found out. It depends on the venue. Sometimes I'm in an auditorium where all the seating goes up.
I've seen some campus that are grown on standards. Is there anything that you know that's compatible as an understock with campus that wouldn't sprout?
Oh, well, campus...
And if there is, why aren't they doing it?
That's a good idea. Well, campus is in Bignonia HC. So maybe you could grow it on Bignonia. I don't know anybody who's ever tried. It's a good idea, though, because then it wouldn't run. I like that. Maybe I'll try it. Grafted campus. Set the world on fire. All right. Thank you all very much. I certainly appreciate it.
Sir, let me get a shot of you up close.
Oh, all right.
You're sort of in bad light there.
Fine.
Fine for us.